So, more poetry? Or shall we go on with some more poetry?
Fine, that's fine.
That's what I'm supposed to be doing anyway, so I might as well read poetry. Let's see. Who to be kind to? June 8th. But is it quiet out there? Yes. Yep. There's someone there. Okay. Oh, I wrote this for Albert Hall, with Albert Hall in mind. It's screwed up by that self-consciousness. So what I was reading from before, when the camera ran out of film, was a piece of a long poem that I'd written for a large reading we had all given before 7,000 people in Albert Hall in London last month. So next, if the camera can follow, I want to show, I'll turn this around too, a poster that I carried here 2 years ago when I was last in town for the, is that enough light? To picket in front of the Palace Hotel, to picket Madama Nhu. Over on this side is 3 fishes with 1 head, meaning 3 bodies with 1 consciousness, which is a Buddhist symbol I saw on a carved stone footprint of Buddha in Bodh Gaya in India, under the famous Bo tree where Buddha was supposed to have been enlightened. So this is a mark of a unity of man, I suppose, soul. It says here, war is black magic. Belly flowers to North and South Vietnam. Include everybody. End the human war. Name hypnosis, like communism, capitalism. Name hypnosis is the enemy. Satan, go home. I accept America and Red China to the human race. Madama Nhu and Mao Zedong are in the same boat of meat. Then the other side. Man is naked without secrets. Armed men lack this joy. How many million persons without names? What do we know of their suffering? Oh, how wounded, says the Swami. That says the Guru. Thine own heart, says the Swami. Within you, says the Christ. Till his humanity awake, says Blake. I am here saying, seek mutual surrender, tears, that there be no more hell in Vietnam, that I not be in hell here in this basement.
I got it.
So anyway, I carried that around last year for...
He came home, I recall, 14 hours later and showed me the blisters on his feet. What have you done, Cassady, for humanity today? I've suffered. Why'd you get him down? He'd get thrown in jail, I guess.
I wouldn't be surprised if I wind up in jail this trip around in America. Because the whole Vietnam War is getting to be such a horror and such a mess. Something's got to be done somehow to stop it, because I don't think the American government has any idea what it's doing at all. I think they're completely off their rocker. Mainly because they have no coherent information from Vietnam. Because I remember at the time when I was there, this was at the time that the new government was falling, when the day that the first Buddhist burned himself. I talked to people that were in the lower echelons of the propaganda service there, minor bureaucrats in the embassy and cultural attaches, as well as newspaper people. And what they were all saying was that the new government was going to fall. But what the president was saying and what the ambassador of that time and what Harkins, the general of that time, were reporting to Washington was that the new government was stable. In other words, Kennedy at that time wasn't even getting responsible information, so that they finally had to send in a special detachment of CIA men to interview the Buddhists to find out who they were, because the ambassador wasn't even reporting it straight. So now what's going on now is the same kind of a mess.
Same ambassador?
No, the ambassador changed.
Well, Lodge going back, you know.
No, the ambassador at that time was, I've forgotten.
Were you about to set out on a trip across the United States?
Yeah, I got a Guggenheim grant this year, so I got a little money, so I'll buy a little Volkswagen microbus. And, with Peter Orlovsky, who is a friend of mine that I've been living with for the last 15 years or so, 10 years, and his brother. came out of a bug house after being in a bug house 11 years. So we'll all go in a microbus and visit Detroit. I've never been in Detroit. In Pocatello, in New Orleans, and see what's happening in the United States. It can't be as bad as it sounds in the newspapers. I mean, I wonder if, like, the people of the United States are ready for this kind of a...
I'll just stand back here and play for a while.
Yeah.